Hello everybody, welcome to Tennessee Titans franchise. Exciting episode for you guys today. We have the trade deadline. I have a few things to tell y'all. I know I haven't posted in a while. We got a breakout linebacker. We have players ready to negotiate some new deals, scouting national focus, so we get to look at our full draft board and say, hey, what focus position or what position do we really want to focus on through the whole nation, and weekly strategy and a game against the New York Jets in New York. Should be a fun one. And we will go ahead and start with a trade. It'll be Harold Landry, the edge rusher, whose contract isn't over this year but next, and Jalen Johnson, the corner we get in return, 26 years old on a very friendly deal, and we need help in the secondary. This is a great move for our future and just overall for the team. We have another player I would like to experiment off the edge with if he doesn't really work out through the next 2 or 3 games. Probably not the guy, and we will work with like DJ Wanham for the rest of the year or something like that. We drafted an interesting prospect I'll show you guys here after I go over this Jalen Johnson player. We are essentially benching Christian Fulton, bringing in Jalen Johnson, letting the rookie continue to play great ball. Jerome Whitfield out of Louisville has played a very good role this year. And then Roger McCreary will continue at the nickel, which is the slot cornerback spot. And Jalen Johnson, the player, will come in and be your cornerback 1 and hopefully shut down the rest of the year. He actually has an upgrade too, which is good because, I mean, he's a good player overall and does just look very good. And I'll just upgrade slot because it gives the best upgrade. No doubt about it. So slot upgraded, acceleration, awareness, man cover, speed. Speed +1 is huge. Getting 90 speed is amazing. Instead of just that 89, he breaks that 90 barrier, which is good. Don't know why I exited out. Jalen Johnson, like I mentioned, 26 years old, star development, 86 overall, already comes in at a great, he's a good corner. He looks really good. 93 press. He's good in man coverage, great in zone coverage. Play rec's quite astounding. A pretty instinctual player at 89 awareness as well. This guy can play football, and that is exactly what we need on this team here. He's got a high motor as well, which is what we like. Obviously the undisciplined penalty is going to be a little annoying, maybe, if it comes into effect. We can look at the rest of this team here and see that Jordan Love's the starter. We'll have Jalen Reynolds in the lineup. Obviously, our receivers who have been playing different. I mean, they're a little inconsistent, but everyone has their good days. This man right here, Ezekiel Oakman, a 69 overall, is going to come in and play starting edge for us with the absence of Harold Landry. Totally different type of player, but 84 speed, 88 excel is huge. It's so fast at 270 pounds. This man can move. For now, he'll be our starting edge on the other side of Rashawn Montag, who might just take over pass rush. Off the edge, we have enough in the middle with Simmons and Allen. And the breakout linebacker, we'll click on and see who it is. It is Christian Harris. Says, coach, I gotta commend you on the game plan last week. The front seven absolutely dominated their blockers, and it was one of the best performances I've ever had. If I can put together another game like that against the Jets, it'll go a long way towards establishing me as a leader on this team. I totally agree. And he's already looking at an increased role with how well Christian Harris has played, plugging in for the injured Joseph Klein. He's become our #1 linebacker while we have guys like Levante David and Azeez Al-Shaair on the team. He has emerged as one of this team's leaders in Joseph Klein's absence, leading us to back-to-back wins these last couple of weeks. Hasn't been pretty on defense, but he's done what he's had to. He's probably been the standout player. And now we'll look at scouting national focus. With our quarterback situation and it being the #1 strength in this class, we will definitely have to go quarterback. All right, it's just hard to neglect that position when we are so bad. And we have Jordan Love and Will Levis. Obviously not horrible prospects, but in the game they have not played out to the caliber I thought they might. Players ready to negotiate. We've got guys like Jalen Petrie, who still has generated no interest. Amani Hooker, I don't know what we're going to do with him. I think he just stays on roster and then gets let go in free agency. Levante David and PV and just guys like Jordan Love, Shaq Griffin, and Chigakonkwo might get extended by the end of the season. They're the only ones with re-sign interest. They're not exactly the players I want back. I want guys like KJ Hamler and Jalen Petrie, who are kind of in the same realm in terms of age, development overall. Not really development, but like, you get what I'm saying, like the development of a team as far as roles on the team. They both develop to be good players, but neither of them have interest. I understand we have that money, but I just don't know if I'm interested in KJ Hamler, giving him more money than he's probably worth. It's still pretty cheap, obviously, but there are better players out there. I love the player. I love the player. I always have. It's just kind of on terms of what do you want and he's starting to get towards our side, and he's starting to like the offer, so that's good. They still do have a good Dalvin Cook, and Zach Wilson will be their quarterback, so we'll just defend the outside run. On offense, we'll just try to stop this blitz counter, or stop the blitz with a blitz counter focus. Team profile, you guys know which ones we do here. Get 1 interception, 24 points or less, 300 offensive yards, no sacks allowed. And then I'll go through the drills for Schillinger and Chuck Downing, and we'll just do wide receiver battle for both. 21,000 is a pretty high score for the rookie tight end John Schillinger. The rookie tight end will only see 750 XP, no dev trait upgrades. Now we'll do the same thing for rookie receiver Chuck Downing, and it's 22,000 for Chuck Downing. Again, no dev trait for him. We'll start training and see if there's any upgrades after the fact, and or injuries. Would hate to see that. No injuries, but there is some upgrades. We'll see who they belong to. It's Jaden Peavy. Just keep upgrading at what he's good at, and that'll be run stopper. Doesn't really matter, but +3 play rec and 1 tackle, no block shed, that's fine. Players showcase, it'll be Jalen Reynolds last week with 24 attempts, 136 yards on the ground, and that rushing touchdown will highlight Zach Wilson here for some reason, is what it is. What I meant by I wanted to talk about just things in general in the beginning of this video. I'll get to that now. Basically, I haven't been posting, ran into a couple technical difficulties, and just mentally wasn't in the right spot. I don't know, I was kind of getting not burnt out, but sick of it, and not really seeing the results on how maybe good I thought a video was or whatever. And I've learned to get past out and whatever, and I'm looking to make huge strides coming forward. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way, forgot about that. And just in general, have a few things I want to go do, and you guys might get a few more days of no videos, and then it's going to be daily and grinding after that, and that should be fun. And it'll basically tell us what direction the channel is going to go for its future in this next month or so. I have a good idea. I have ideas on what's happening, what I'm doing personally, and I've already mapped out everything. And let's kick this game off. Enough with the channel talk, and let's get the game underway. Stonehouse is back and set to kick this one off, which he will do now. This game is officially started. This one will be fair caught. Nope, it'll just be need in the end zone. Whatever. They'll bring it out to the 75. Zach Wilson entering the field has a huge ass flak jacket on. That is kind of bizarre there. He's gonna waltz onto the field, and his season stats look fine, not great. 106 out of 152, 1,100 yards, 8 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. It's classic Zach Wilson. 1st and 10, we got to remember about the whole Christian Harris debacle with the development trait under review right now. He might get an upgrade after this game. That was actually Jalen Johnson, the first tackle as a Tennessee Titan, first sort of play, first mark on the stat sheet for him as a Tennessee Titan. We got to watch the run here. Most likely what it's going to be. That one almost a TFL. Montag screaming off the edge. We put him where Harold Landry was. 3rd and 3, important down for New York. Can they end up getting it? We still have to watch the run here for sure. This one underneath, Zach Wilson to Garrett Wilson, 1st down. Jets. Zach Wilson rolls out. Levante David chasing down Tyler Conklin, makes a tackle. Nice play by him. Only a gain of 2. 2nd and 8 on the upcoming play. We'll play a little bit of man coverage, feel a little bit better saying that now with the addition of Jalen Johnson, the corner that we have traded for. And it won't be him, but it'll be targeted towards Whitfield. It'll be 3rd and inches. Mecole Hardman slow to get up. Jerome Whitfield packing quite the punch there. We'll bring everyone down and try to really bring attention towards the middle of the field. Try to stop the run if that is what they choose to do. They do, and can we stop it? We put up a good wall, iron defense there. 4th and inches. They'll punt here. Very interesting decision. Definitely 4 down territory for me, especially with 4th and inches. Like I said, it's questionable, and this one is a not so great punt. We'll be at the 28, and it's going to be a tough game. We rely on the run a lot, and we actually are against pretty elite talent on this defensive line that we have against us today. We have a very good edge rusher in, Jermaine Johnson, if he's still here, John Franklin Myers, Quinnen Williams, Bryce Huff, if he's still here. If not, it's Carl Lawson and or Bryce, or I did already say Bryce Huff. There's Will McDonald involved here, and Chuck Downing clearly gets bumped on that last play. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Former Titan and Chief Willie Gay is on the opposing team. This one's shaping up to be a good one. Chuck Downing, sorry, I kind of took the mood away from that one. It was a great catch down the field from the young man, and I pressed triangle. It didn't really register well. Skoronski will recover. What the hell is happening? Quinnen Williams already making his presence felt. or Presidents felt 2nd and 23 now. This is a tough one. I might just try to, you know, thread Chuck Downing up the seam here. He does beat a guy and gets a broken tackle. He has all 58 yards early. This is definitely a place we'd be threatening to run the football, and so we won't do it. We'll try to get it to Schillinger, turning upfield, can't quite get there. Gets to the 4, but not to that end zone where he'd like to show up, I believe, 2 weeks in a row, and he just won't have it. This one will rely back to the pass because they also have CJ Mosley, John Franklin Myers, Quinnen Williams. And like I mentioned, they have those other edge rushers. We'll get out and look for Hamler in the end zone. Touchdown, perfect drive for us on offense. I'm sorry if I'm a little underwhelming here. Just haven't done this in a while, so you know what I'm saying. This one should just be right down the middle. Tough to see that that kick marker there. There's barely anything. Might be one of the Jets things. Zach Wilson, who is going to try to come out and lead a good drive for this team's going to come out and perhaps do something here. Christian Harris not really playing in the right spot. That allows the zone to get open. Zach Wilson actually is not seeming to be a problem early in this one. 5 of 5 to start the game. A surprising stat line for your guy Zach Wilson. I know a lot of people were high on him coming out of the draft, and they'll go back to the left side of the field. It'll be Tyler Conklin. Ezekiel Oakman, the guy I was raving about, the absolute demon, and runs so fast. He'll be off the field now with an injury. Hopefully nothing major for him. He will head back to the locker room to get checked out, and like I said, hopefully still nothing too bad. Still trying to find something. And Zach Wilson goes 7 of 7, 42 yards. Ezekiel Oakman, the same thing Joseph Klein was faced with. It's a foot fracture. DJ Wanham will come in and play his spot. Maybe you'll see Ezekiel Oakman sometime later in the season. And, you know, hopefully he's all good, as he's Al Shire out there along with Levante David. Unfortunately, it was not Christian Harris getting it. It was a very important down. Didn't realize it was 3rd down on that last down. And they get up to that same spot on the field. It'll be 4th and 5. They'll punt this one away with Brian Anger. This one will just be for Sean Chambers, the other rookie receiver out of Ole Miss. Can make a few things happen. He's pretty quick for how big he is. We have threatened to run early in this one, and we won't, and we will just dump it down to the guy who typically does run the ball. It's Jalen Reynolds, who will get 5. We'll run towards our rookie Eddie Stevenson, and we'll have space. Reynolds working up the field, breaks a tackle, gets clear. His 2 rushes are good for 16 early in this one. Jordan Love handing it off left. It'll be Skoronski on a good block. Went too far right, running, or too far left, running into one of the corners who broke in. It's DJ Reed on that play, trying to make an impact, and definitely did. It was a good job by him. I'm going to get this fullback in here to block on this right side, where we'll see, you know, Schillinger kind of branch out. We'll go for Downing. It's not quite in bounds, a little inaccurate from Jordan Love. Crazy play call. Well, at least it would be if you didn't have a Jalen Reynolds on your team, and he's clear for the yardage to gain and more. 3rd and 6 is all we needed. We just needed 6 or 7 yards. He instead breaks out for a bigger run, who gets down the field, and he'll start his day. Not flawless, but pretty good. And we might go to him again. It's overthrown, I guess, over anticipated there. We'll rely on Jordan Love's arm 2 downs in a row, and it's the right choice. Chigakonkwo looking to get it, and does get that 1st down. Jordan Love, who's played not a perfect game to this point, but definitely, you know, not a bad game to start off. He's made some pretty good throws, especially on the run. We're seeing some of that ability, and more ability from Jalen Reynolds, who gets another 10. We are looking effortless on offense right now. It's kind of insane. Never really had this ability to move the ball. 1st and 10. We will look to the rookie tight end, who will go up and can't come down with it. Gets knocked out late in the play, late in the catching process. The rookie tight end has seen some increased play time in these last couple of weeks, and in fact, we'll go to him here. He gets down and then gets into the end zone. A primary red zone target of ours now, and he will continue to make plays, and hopefully throughout the rest of the season he will be as good as he has been, especially in the red zone. He is a weapon and someone to be reckoned with. This one is up and good. 14-0. We have looked so good to come out full momentum swinging in East Rutherford. We'll punt this one, or not punt, we'll kick this one off. We'll bring a blitz here and just rely on man coverage corners, and it is the right decision going for Garrett Wilson. It's the rookie Jerome Whitfield breaking that one up. 2nd and 10. They won't rely on the I guess Okay, this one going back, couldn't really find the words. It's Jalen Petrie picking off Zach Wilson. Probably not the smartest decision from him. And Jalen Petrie makes it about to midfield after his interception. What is going on right now? This has been a perfect game to this point, and they're just going to give us the run lane here. Are you kidding me? Although Chuck Downing is very, very... Okay, probably should have gone to Chuck Downing. Still get 6 yards on the ground with Jalen Reynolds. Chuck Downing looked very enticing there. We'll threaten the run again, go play action, get outside of the play structure, go to the rookie who keeps it through contact, 3rd and inches. We'll go hurry up. But you want to look fast here. We want to make sure that we can hurry this defense up, maybe flinch a little bit. No, we can't. We can't even fake snap it here. That kind of stinks. But Reynolds running towards this blocker gets that first down, only inches to get that first down and gets there. 1st and 10, we might actually have had Schillinger, who we'll go for now. This one, not a good look there. We had him a little early and just eyed it down too much. Jordan Love needs to work through his progressions a little better and a little quicker than that. We will work with this, though. This is a 4 shoresies here, and we'll get it out to Chuck Downing. Has blockers out in front of him. Not exactly the result of the play we'd like. And oh my god, I was trying to run an audible there, but couldn't. This one, irresponsible throw. What am I doing? My brain just absolutely shat on itself, and Jordan Love, our last line of defense, almost did not try to make a play there. Just stood in the crowd and said, hey, nah, my team will deal with it. Bummer by me. It was supposed to be a audible. I was going to audible, and then I pressed the wrong button, and it snapped the play, or I guess started the play on the snap here, and then I just freaked out and went to the total wrong receiver. It was bad by me. Absolute brain malfunction, and it's Garrett Wilson just beating Jerome Whitfield, and Joe Tippmann, the center for the Jets, goes down. 1st and 10, and Christian Harris trying to get some of that. It's Jalen Johnson, his first time getting really targeted and then completed on. Zach Wilson started near perfect to start today, and then came out last drive through an interception. Very dumb one. Very bad decision by Jordan Love, or by Zach Wilson, but same for Jordan Love. Made a dumb decision, aka me, and Johnson not having any of that. 3rd and 6. It'll be a shutdown down for us. We'll try to get people out there in coverage, and I do the same here on Tyler Conklin, just making sure that he's pretty much locked down. Garrett Wilson perfectly thrown ball. What are you going to do? He's out of bounds. That's what we're going to do. We're going to make sure that the officials are on our side, as they are not giving the Jets there the 2 feet in bounds. And can you guys snap it already? I'm running out of words to say. I'm blabbering on. 14-3. We'll get the ball back, and after an awful mistake from Jordan Love, we'll make sure that never happens again. Today, Jalen Reynolds is averaging 8 yards per carry on 7 rushes, going for 56 yards. He's been a standout player for us all his time as a Titan, for sure, and we'll have to rely on him. But his buddy, Tyjae Spears, in the backfield, I wouldn't exactly say his buddy. He was trying to beat him out for the starting job just last year, and did just that about halfway through the season, and then put up Rookie of the Year numbers with a 4 or 5 game absence with an injury. So Jalen Reynolds just fair and square won that job, and now we'll go for the speedster KJ Hamler. This is what we got him for. It is an impressive athlete who he's going against there in DJ Reed, and unfortunately no deep ball comes to fruition there. Swatted away DJ Reed. Tremendous cover skills. And now on 3rd and 9, we are left stranded. I would like Reynolds to run like a little comeback, just be kind of a check down option if needed. It is not. We'll go for Schillinger. Not quite. Pass interference, but Willie Gay plays great coverage on that. Nothing going. 3 and out. We'll punt this one away. Shamefully, as I say that, it's not a good look for us. These last 2 drives, and our last defensive drive could have definitely been better. And we'll come up and try to pop Westerman. Couldn't. Christian Fulton playing special teams now. 1st and 10. You got to watch the run here, as we are running a shallow D line. And this one to Mecole Hardman. Horrible lane to pick there for Jalen Petrie. Horrible pursuit angle. And almost lets up a big one, as Mecole Hardman has home run speed. Not on the team in real life, but you guys get what I'm saying. 1st and 10. This team has not really chose or elected to run the ball all that often, and that theme will continue. We got to match Garrett Wilson up with Jalen Johnson. He's getting too active for me. 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff, and Whitfield's first snap covering Mecole Hardman gets dusted. It's a touchdown. Mecole Hardman in the end zone. That's a rough one. 1st and 10. We elect to run the ball, and we have our offensive lineman sleeping on this play. It pisses me off quite a bit here just watching this result, and it is our center who just can't stick with Perry on Winfrey. I understand the guy's a freak. I think he even went to jail recently or at least had some charges against him. But look at even Peter Skoronski, who just, I'm all right, just not this play. Give me a play. Give me a second. 2nd and 11, we don't even know our own play. Jalen Reynolds will come out and be a bright spot run for about 8 on that last run. Now might be a bad time to rely on Jordan Love's arms, but we'll do it. And we had Chuck Downing, Sauce Gardner, a master baiter, if you will. That guy is insane. Just made a play on that ball like I've never seen. Westerman will take a fair catch. They'll be down at the 25. Tyler Conklin is breaking up for a huge play. I'll show you guys how this happened here. Just mind-numbing stuff, if you ask me. Tyler Conklin on a huge catch and run gets a broken tackle and a lucky move here. So first of all, Petrie comes off of Ruckert, try to make that play. I overrun it with Christian Harris, and Levante David maybe needs a depth perception test or something like that. Might need some spectacles there, some that help him with his depth perception, as I was saying. And yeah, just needs to figure it out, man. Can't have that. It's not an offensive breakdown, but it's definitely not a pretty look on us. And Miko Hardman, who is getting driven out of bounds. 2nd and 4, this team might just keep it in the air. It doesn't look like they are in a run game mode right now, but turns out DJ Wanham was ready for it, getting that one pretty quick. 3rd and 8, pretty important that we don't vacate any zones here. Pretty major that we don't. Okay, it's gonna be a play made almost by Zach Wilson until yanked down by Aziz Al-Shair. We were forced to cover some space, and this one might just be a 1-point game after this field goal attempt. Probably should have called the timeout. It is what it is, and I'm not really paying attention at this point. And this one will be snapped and up and barely good. That will be 13 to 14. And something to remember is we do receive after the kickoff, or after the second half. We need big plays, but we don't exactly know our play art. East Rutherford has been the toughest place to play in for sure. We'll go for Reynolds, a little overthrown. Maybe. That one's still caught and gets out of bounds. Great play for this offense. 1 minute and 2 seconds left. We'll try to roll out. No, we won't. And throwing it away. We had Schillinger. Need to look that way. Might see some sort of DB blitz off that left side. Look over KJ Hamler. He has 2 defenders up over there. And that being said, that right side should be at least fairly open. And it was with Schillinger. We'll go middle, high, low as our next play. Try to snap it as soon as we can. And we do. And we'll try KJ Hamler over top. Has to come back to the ball, underthrown, and not really giving him a chance out in front. But yeah, I really just don't know the play until it happens, and they might have a free rusher here. They don't, but we do have a Jalen Reynolds in the pass game. My game was very framey on the last play, but it's a completed catch and pass. And we have a chance. We are knocking. We do have all 3 timeouts still. And we'll go for Claxton quick. Nope, doesn't play with inside leverage. It's picked up by Julian Love. That is no way pinned on Jordan Love. That is all Clyde Claxton needs to work towards the ball in that situation. We thread him up the seam. He needs to catch it. It's basic football, but these basic bitches don't know how to play football. Christian Harris going to overrun Alan Lazard. Let it go to half, please. Just put me out of my misery. This is already frustrating. I know we still have a 1-point lead, but come on. Skipping the halftime report, just not really in the mood for it right now. So Emmanuel Judge will receive the second half kickoff, and it'll be out to the 24. And full momentum in the Jets direction now, and we'll just have to run the ball countless amount of times to just drown our sorrows in the run game. 2nd and 4, we'll run again. No surprise, or at least there should be no surprise. And we'll get another 2 yards. 3rd and 3, we're going back to the run. Huge hole opens up for Reynolds. He gets behind a blocker. KJ Hamler did a good job up the field. Another few yards and a first down. When we're rolling on the ground, we can't do whatever we want, but we sure as hell can control a drive. I don't know how a TFL puts him at full momentum again. This game's stupid. Tyjae Spears definitely the wrong man for this run, but will still get considerably good yardage on his 2nd carry of the day. This is exactly why we have Tyjae Spears in tight situations like this, where he just has a little bit more power in his legs, not as slight as a frame, and does get the yardage needed and a little extra. Headed towards the run game again. CJ Mosley finds his way into the backfield with ease. We've run the ball so much here. 2nd and 9. Linebackers barely even drop, and we have literally nothing. And it's intercepted. We do have something, an interception. It gets pancaked. Jalen Reynolds somehow tackles CJ Mosley. Yeah, this one stings a little bit, and an injury. to whoever that is. It is CJ Mosley. This has been a shipwreck. We're just gonna go all out for Christian Harris and a dev trade upgrade for him now, as Dalvin Cook is not cooking, or is cooking a little extra, but not on the day, going for negative yards. Not embarrassing, but not good, as he had a good last run. But we're just gonna blitz Christian Harris until he makes a good play. He finds himself pressuring Zach Wilson into an incompletion. 3rd and 6, we're playing press man, bringing oh boy, and Jalen, whoa, this is why we got Jalen Johnson, and he can't even cover a running back. 1st and 10, this is a good looking blitz, as we'll try to get it out immediately. Might be a roughing the passer call or something to bail out this Jets offense, despite the completion to Tyler Conklin. It'll be roughing the passer on whom would that be? It was Aziz Al-Shaair getting a little too eager. Zach Wilson drops back to pass, has no open receivers, throws it out of the back of the end zone. 2nd and goal, can't let anything up, as they're going to try to drag it back across. Garrett Wilson gonna get slammed to the ground, still gets good yardage though. And it's a toss outside. They're going to try to get the very athletic Dalvin Cook, and they do just that. They being our defense, and they'll hold they being the defense will hold this Jets offense to just another field goal. That's where they've been making their money today. It's a fake. It's going to roll out, and they're going to go for that, and they're going to get that, of course. I'm pressing triangle. I'm literally stuck to Tyler Conklin, and they get the touchdown. This game can't go any worse than our 34-year-old linebacker, whatever, how old he is, getting mossed by Tyler freaking Conklin on a fake field goal for a touchdown. What the hell? 2-point attempt coming, and Christian Harris in the backfield doesn't animate for whatever reason. Oh, maybe because Madden knows he would get a dev trade upgrade, and that's not available. That's not possible. We are choking right now. We came out swinging, and this offense has been non-existent since, and it'll be Perrion Winfrey and Willie Gay in the backfield making a play. We'll go to the pass where we saw so much results early, and that one just a little in front of him, and whoever the hell that guy is makes a good play on the ball. 3rd and 11, a tough one to convert on when you don't know the play. So we'll just snap the ball here and hope for the best. It's going to be KJ Hamler. He's going to drop it. It's just how this thing goes. It really can't be done any other way. Willie Gay has been a huge part of this team today. Really looking like Quincy Williams out there. Quincy Williams in real life is an astounding player that is severely underappreciated. Is what it is. They'll have space on the return, and it'll be Westman trying to get out in space. He gets a good chunk of yardage up to the 42. I have no hope, promise, or I don't know, faith in this team at all. Zero. Nothing. Not a single dime. 1st and 10. Christian Harris had a chance, and instead forces Zach Wilson out of the pocket to throw to his left. Makes a crazy play. Instantly aware of pressure. Zach Wilson looks like I don't know, just a prime quarterback that has better pocket awareness than any other quarterback in the league at the moment. We're gonna just try to force him to make a decision and throw short, as Christian Harris, you can break off of Dalvin Cook. Jalen Petrie waits all day. Well, okay, Zach Wilson goes down. That's huge. Mike White into the game, please. It's Mike White, and he's not unprotected, but he's definitely not protected, and neither is his receiver. 2nd and 10. This one in the backfield. Dalvin Cook, good for 3 yards on that. We're doing the same thing to Mike White we were doing to Zach Wilson. We're going to try to hurt him, and we're also going to try to test him. Jalen Johnson gets beat. Just one-on-one. Garrett Wilson just beats him. That simple, literally. Jalen Johnson, a disappointing debut as a Titan here today. For sure, definitely not what we expected. Christian Harris, get in there and make a play, you dirty dog. He can't. Touchdown. Dalvin Cook. Just unstoppable. Great player. Amazing stuff. This Jets team looks great. Piss off. It was a mistake. Jordan Love had one good half of the season, and we thought he was capable of being our starter over Will Levis. Well, maybe that is not the case. Will Levis is going to scramble a little bit, get some extra yardage, and he's good for 5. We'll shove it up the middle. That's what she said. Tyjae Spears trying to get some extra powerful yardage. Can't. Only 2 on the play. Tyjae Spears is the target player on our 3rd downs recently, and Tyjae breaks through an arm tackle, getting the 1st down and averaging over 4 4 per carry. We need a spark, and we need it bad. Will Levis sitting back, poised in the pocket, trying to give us that spark, and does with Clyde Claxton up the field. He's good, and our starting center is down on the play. There really is no positives ever for us. 1st and 10 after that last play, and we'll be forced with a decision on the run, trying to make a good play. We have a lot of receivers ending up in the same area. That's dangerous. 2nd and 10. This will be like a layered defense, and we'll go for Hamler, who doesn't come back to the ball for some reason. I don't understand this. It was a high ankle sprain for our center, by the way, too. So a little bit of a heartbreak, and we'll get chucked down. Wow, how is that a good accuracy pass? What is that? What is this game? What am I playing? What are we doing? How is Will Levis so remarkably ass? Addison Reed's kick is up and good. It'll give us 17-26. Still a distant you know, point here. Still a very big gap in the score, and yeah, just not really feeling it right now. We'll come out and cover 4 quarters, and that'll put Christian Harris in no position to make a good TFL or a great play like DJ Wanham. He has come out here today and proved a statement that he should definitely play over any athlete that Ezekiel Oakman has been and is. Yeah, we'll try a blitz here. Just anything really to get Christian Harris into this backfield and try to make a play. Well, it doesn't happen, obviously. It's Madden. 3rd and 5, and they'll check it down. It's a nice little screen play. Cook, of course, will break out and not break out, but juke out Jerome Whitfield and gets that 1st down yardage. Of course. Did you expect anything less? If you did, you are a fool. You do not deserve to have common street knowledge, as Harris might be involved in that, maybe, if we're lucky. 2nd and 13, playing press man. Christian Harris has a clear lane to the quarterback, gets half a sack at least, right? Does that count? I don't think it does. I think we need 1 full sack, 1 full stat, 1 full TFL, something to give Christian Harris perhaps an edge, as we'll come down and play press and whatever we need to. Christian Harris, another great wow, this one up in the air. Catch the ball, you dinguses. We experienced some Will Levis magic, I will not lie. He had a pretty good go of it last time out. This one almost intercepted. That's late. That's a late ass hit there from Woods, the safety. We are pretty much in pass only mode, especially or even with a good of quarterback as whatever his face is, and Schillinger can't make a great catch on a great throw from Will Levis. Of course, we have a great running back in Jalen Reynolds, and we'll use him here on this down, as we are in 4 down territory, but it doesn't matter. Jalen Reynolds is that good. Perrion Winfrey goes down. Unfortunately, he's been actually one of them causing problems for us on this defense. He has been one of the guys to focus on as this offense. We just have really gotten beat down today with their interior and just some defensive linemen. Chuck Downing makes his way outside, stopping the clock. 2nd and 2, trying to draw the linebackers down with play action. We'll go for Schillinger. Does make a great play in traffic. Go tempo here and just work the seams, work whatever we need to. I would like to work the X button and snap the ball, but unfortunately that is not what is called for. Poor accuracy just because. Tight end attack, and it will work. A bunch of separation for Schillinger. Has to beat one defender, can't. Stumbles into DJ Reed's arms like, take me. And unfortunately that did work, and took the bait, stumbled right into DJ Reed's arms. Tyjae Spears, out of all people, actually had a chance at the end zone there. Couldn't quite get there. Going tempo once again, and I don't see why a little play action could hurt here. We'll go back to it. We do run a lot in these sort of situations. Go for Chikakonkwo. He'll catch the ball. That only hurts us, actually, keeping that clock running. We're trying to score in basically record time here, and that's not just going to happen with all this happening. Someone rolling with us. Throw this one away. I can barely see the freaking kick marker, so hopefully this is good. If it's bad, I swear. Okay, wow, we almost overcorrected there. That would have been bad. It is a 1 possession game now. Why are you taking the field goal? It's needed. All right, just trust me on this one. We'll punt the ball. We'll all out blitz Zach Wilson. Unfortunately, it's not Mike White anymore, and we'll try to get a stop, but knowing Madden, we are going to get screwed, and it's going to be a run. And Christian Harris stops it after 2. We'll call a timeout. They'll run it again. Jonathan Allen in the backfield. 3rd and 11. Timeout taken. I want everyone in their best prime form right now, trying to cover this offense. I'll use Aziz Al-Shire and just kind of sit in the middle, trying to prevent anything from really happening. Cook down, hits the ground. 4th and 5. We're going to force a little punt here. Punt return commencing. Sean Chambers does a good job to fight through at least some contact. We just got to ride this Will Levis type thing. Okay, receiving yards, Jalen Reynolds has 2 today. I feel like that's wrong. 99 yards, though, on the ground. Maybe looking to go over that 100-yard mark. And I will run the ball just because I like the numbers on the left side and the players that we have there. And Reynolds trying to break out and loose, trying to get out of bounds. He was forced to pretty much stay inbounds, but that is a huge run. And after a huge run, what our defense is worried about, another huge run. We'll use that to our advantage here and just try to lure them underneath, and we'll give a jump ball opportunity to Chuck Downing. What was I doing throwing towards someone even remotely in the 10-yard vicinity of someone with an X under their name and Sauce Gardner? I don't know how that's a bad throw, how that's a bad decision there. He just actually looks like a I'll say it here, and I don't actually mean it as a joke this time, master like baiter. He is the absolute best player at his position if he's doing stuff like that twice a game. That is utterly absurd. And I don't know if we've even met the requirements yet for Christian Harris and his little debacle here today. We'll bring some press coverage, play a little underneath ball. Why are they just going RPOs now? This is pissing me off. These cocky son of a bitches are coming out in a victory formation, kneeling the ball 2nd and 11. This is this is just an unfortunate situation here where we end up getting screwed by the football game. That football game being called Madden. That Madden is what I pay for every year because I'm a dumbass. I'm a grade A dummy. And it's Jonathan Allen making a play in the backfield. Cool. Can you guys run that back one more time? I was expecting a kneel there. Of course, they come out in victory formation. We do get a flag here to stop the clock. What a play by me on Christian Harris. Offsides defense, and that is going to be Christian Harris. Wow, that's so weird. How does that happen? And they'll accept it, and hopefully they'll come back out, and nope, they're not going to run the ball. So Christian Harris may or may not get that dev trade upgrade. Yeah, this game just terrible. Player stats, you'll see a pretty good game from Jordan Love despite the 3 INTs. It was starting off so good for him. He had so much promise. He was throwing the ball really well, and then Will Levis came out and did what he did. It wasn't horrible, and I'm gonna blame one of these interceptions on Jordan Love and another probably on Jordan Love, and then that last one probably wasn't, or not the last one, but the one that I said was absolutely not Jordan Love's fault. It was definitely not Jordan Love's fault. That is all Clyde Claxton not working towards the ball. Mike White did come in for a play. Ron Keller, yeah, threw that touchdown on that fake field goal. Of course he did. Will Levis 5 for 13, 76. Kind of just gave us the best. He had some magic to him. I'll give him that. Tyjae Spears, we continue to just see him produce when he has the carries. If we keep him to a minimal, it's not really going to be a big deal. He's not going to, rack up over 1,000 yards or anything. And Jalen Reynolds just continues to be amazing. Probably my favorite player on this team at this point. There's just nobody that I can rely on more than Jalen Reynolds. Always just finds space in a defense and just threads the needle through blockers and whatever it is. Dalvin Cook, very, 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 very bad day for him and a very good day for our run defense. Dalvin Cook got 14 carries and ended up with -1 yards and a touchdown, but -1 yards on 14 carries for an all-pro running back like Dalvin Cook once was. Maybe not the player he once was. Dillinger did get a lot of attention today, as I mentioned, and especially in that red zone. We gave him 3 good targets and touchdown reception, 84 yards on just 6 catches is good. Chuck Downing was found early, had some good chemistry with Jordan Love, but now that Will Levis is in, who knows? Jalen Reynolds just had a big impact in the air too, totaling for over 150 on the day pretty easily, heading up towards almost at 200 scrimmage yards for the day. Chuka Okonkwo saw two catches for 11 yards. Clyde Claxton 1 for 35. KJ Hamler, we missed him deep a couple times, just underthrew him and or did not really give him the space that he really needs with his sort of speed. Azeez Al-Shaair was everywhere today. Jonathan Allen was once again just in the backfield living there. Wanham, Rashawn Montag, David Petrie. Christian Harris did get 1 TFL on half a sack. He should get a dev trade upgrade. If he doesn't, I'm not going to be happy. Jalen Petrie with that 1 interception, just that throw up lob from Zach Wilson, ended up being on the receiving end of that. Lucky play for him. Nothing he did especially special on that last play. We'll finish the game and look at some main menu stuff. Oh, okay. So Christian Harris, that wasn't the elite performance I was hoping for. And if it's not for lack of it, I promise you, maybe it's a scheme play calling. I don't know. Dumbass, you did do a good job. You had another good game. And yeah, I don't know. That's just unfortunate, I guess, that the fact that Madden sucks balls, but we all knew that. Joseph Klein, we should get back soon. Carlos Diaz was the one with the foot fracture, not Joseph Klein. We get Carlos Diaz, the second-year tight end, coming next episode. Ezekiel Oakman is out for the next 3 weeks, which is bad. I was looking for him to play a pretty good role, but gets injured early, and DJ Wanham actually came in and played a pretty good game. So not too worried about all that. We will advance to next week, see what the results are, see if we have anything special other than heavy rain, and we can continue contract negotiations with Jalen Petrie if we'd like. Rams have signed Emmett Boston from our practice squad. That's fine, take him. It's probably buns. I was gonna say butt cheeks and or buns, and I went with bunneeks. I don't know if that's a word. Yeah, we are terrible. Once again, we find ourselves at the bottom of the division. We just can't find a winning way, and one thing I would like to do is just focus more on the run. We got to scheme up better against the run. We've got to stop just thinking our quarterbacks are good. We have to face reality and realize we don't have the quarterbacks on roster to get the job done through the air consistently. There is definitely some flash plays from both quarterbacks. Jordan Love maybe a little bit more than Will Levis, moving on his on his legs and whatever, can throw and have some pretty good balance or whatever it is. Off center throws. Jordan Love's your guy, but Will Levis, pure arm talent, and just standing in the pocket, Will Levis has proved to be the guy, and I think that's just more our style at this point, so we'll just stick to that. Chuck Downing slowly becoming a viable option in the receiving game, just slowly but surely coming along as our wide receiver 1. Perhaps Schillinger finally gets superstar development revealed. That is huge. This is a huge draft pick for us. Florida's product, 23-year-old, 6'6", 255. It already looks pretty good as the more and more he plays. We'll just have, second wind on, I guess. Nothing really special for him yet, but we knew it was coming with the 75 overall upgrade. When he hit that 75 overall spot, he got an ability slot available, and that's how we knew he really had superstar or better development, which is huge. 77 short route is really good. His awareness is getting good, and catching traffic at 83, it feels like it's lower than that, but that's just the place where he kind of struggles is in traffic, in my opinion, and that's a lot of the places we actually target him. So look to get him involved elsewhere, maybe scheme it up a little bit better for him. Same with Sean Chambers, maybe sees a little bit more action. Clyde Claxton, not really getting benched, just I don't know, lowering down in terms of football IQ, doesn't really work towards the ball. His awareness probably isn't that good if I had to guess. He's never really looking for the ball when he comes off the line of scrimmage. So I don't know. We'll have to see what really happens with him. I don't know exactly what his freaking role will be along with any other guys, and only time will tell. So that'll be all for me. Thank you for watching. If you guys enjoyed, go ahead and leave a like, go down, subscribe, go watch any of the past content on this channel. I guarantee you will enjoy it, and that'll be all for me. Thank you for watching. Deuces.